Welcome to the vlog, ladies and gentlemen. Today, it's another truck build video day. So it's exciting, very exciting. And she always wanders. Don't know. There she goes. Bye. Anyway, so today's another truck build video. And this one was kind of skeptical on doing because same thing with the last truck. I was very skeptical on it, and then when I actually did it, it was all right and I liked it because I'm very picky with that kind of thing. But this, if you missed the video where I leveled this, I will post that up there. And with that being said, so it's not lifted like my last Ram was. The last Ram was lifted like 7.5 inches, so that was hard to get in and out of. This is factory rear with a 2.5 inch level. So it's level, but it is kind of high to get up. I mean, your legs bent pretty hard just to get up there. So with that being said, we're going to be putting steps on it today. And I'm very picky with steps. I'm very weird with steps. And the last ones I had were a solid bar that ran the whole way back. It was a round piece, which I think it was powder coated, or a textured black finish with 2 little hooks. And those I think were end fabs. And those were okay, but now I think I've moved past that and I don't really care for those anymore. So I ended up getting the WESTINs, and these are a 4-inch oval. They do have a 5-inch oval too. And I'll post the link for those in the description below, so if you guys want to look at them or if you want to buy them, you can. And I got actually a little bit of a discount on those as well, so that's why I bought them when I did. But they aren't going to be just a cab to the bed. They're just going to be cabs because I don't really care for the look from wheel to wheel. I'm not really a fan of that. So we're going to get this thing pulled in the shop, and supposedly I think they're just bolt on, or I don't think you have to drill, but for some reason I feel like I remember reading in the instructions that there is drilling involved, like maybe 1 hole for each bracket, and it might get 3 or 4 brackets. I don't know. So we're gonna get the thing pulled in the shop and start ripping and tearing into it. So we got them out of the box and unpacked with all the hardware, and it comes with, oh, it's gonna fall. Almost. It comes with plastic bracket covers. I really don't know how I'm gonna feel about those, so we'll see. No scratches, so that's a plus. We got all the hardware here, and the destructions. You gotta love the destructions. All right, we'll open it up and get to it. So, in the handy dandy destructions here, let's see, a lot of bullshit. Pictures, yes! But I think I might have to read. Man. One day somebody will understand. Nobody wants to read it. They want to just look at the pictures. It's just simple. But we're gonna start by blah blah blah. Check either side rocker panel, locate factory holes in the rocker panel. We can kind of use the pictures for that as well. So we will start from the driver's side. Let's go. Thanks. Yeah, thanks. Yup, thank you. Yes. I know. I'm not giving you attention. I am so sorry. So terribly sorry for that. You gonna put these on? Wait, whoa, where are you going? Whatever. So right there's the tape that they're telling me to remove. And there's another one. And there's one back there. So I will start by removing this one here. Oh, I ripped it. So we'll pull that one out. We'll stick that right back there for now. And I'm not sure what they're talking about, all that stuff. That doesn't even exist on this application. Okay, yeah, it does. But they're not threaded. So we'll remove that tape as well. Not sure if it's necessary. What's the point taping the holes if you're gonna leave these holes open? I don't get it. I do not get it. That's what you call ingenuity right there. So, their instructions are shit. They literally are the worst instructions I have ever read in my life. They're just ridiculous. So, basically, they got a bunch of different figures here, and that's the first problem. Which it's for different models and everything, I get it. But it's really hard to follow. So you're gonna take these little things and you're gonna place it right in there. And they're like a hex insert thing that's supposed to crush and get tight against the body then. But they want you to do some for weird funky thing with it. And yeah, their instructions are crap. So we got the first one mounted here. It's not tight, everything's just finger tight. I'm gonna go back down through, install the next one here. So you're gonna take two of the inserts, which would be one of those, and another, and they have a little hex heads on them. Another one of those. You'll need two bolts, and we'll need one of these McJaggers right there, and we'll need some washers and lock washers, and we can put our next bracket up here. You'll want to make sure when you do this that you do follow they have an exploded view in here. You want to make sure you put those brackets where they belong. So this one is BAC, passenger side, from back to front, ABB. You're going to want to make sure that you have those correct, so you don't have to take them back off and start over. So I'll get these next two on here, and hopefully those inserts crush when I tighten everything. I'm really hoping they do. So we shall see what happens. They should, but we'll see. Now the front one is going to be a little different. You're not going to have that top bracket or top stud bolt. This one, you're going to have two holes here that it also is going to get bolts into it. And there's bolts already in the rocker, so got to figure out which ones those are, and I can mount those in there then with our whole big bag of hardware there. So I'll figure out which ones those are, and I believe after that I still have everything loose and not completely tight, just finger tight, and then I can set the step bar on there and see exactly how it's gonna fit, and then after that I believe I'll be able to tighten everything. But we'll follow the destructive instructions and see what it tells us to do. Now we got to put all these covers on. I wasn't gonna, but I test fitted them and it is gonna look a lot better with it. So I gotta do all that now. And that's just bolts and nuts and washers. So I think these right here. So I'll get all those mounted fast, and then we can move forward and finally put on the step bar. This is taking forever. It's taking a lot longer than it should be for what it is. It should just be simple. It should just mount fast and be done. I mean, this is just kind of, I don't know, seems a little bit more complicated. They're making it harder than it really needs to be. So, all right, I guess we'll get these on. So, all the covers are on. Nothing is tight at this point. Just all the covers are mounted on. That one's a little crooked because the mold's like bent. So at this point, we can bring over our step bar. And I believe it's this one. And we'll set it on there. See what it looks like. Just make sure that the holes line up, which right there some, and down there some, so yeah, that would roughly line up. So we'll set one there and just kind of let it sit there on the brackets. So there you can get an idea what it's going to look like. Take a step back. Yeah, that's good for it. Got that one dirty already. That in there, so there you can get a look at what it looks like from the side if that light wasn't there. Kick that underneath. So yeah, it doesn't actually look too bad. Some of them that I've seen, they just really hang, and these kind of do. I kind of wish they were tucked a little bit more closer to the body, to the cab, but it's really not that bad. They actually look pretty decent, so I'll get these snugged fast, and then I can tighten all the hardware. And I believe what you're going to want at that point is probably these, the hex heads. And I do know these for sure are 1/2 inch. I didn't get to any of the other sizes yet. I didn't mess with it. So I'll get these lined up and move the brackets around a little bit, and then we can tighten everything up and go from there. Now, if you want to be the guy or gal that wants to follow the instructions and get totally mind screwed, by all means, go ahead. I have literally been following just the illustrations on, let's see here, not these pictures, because their pictures are trash too. I've kind of been following this for the brackets and for the bolts and stuff that you need to use. All right, paper. Not that one. I've been using this illustration. It'll show you everything that you need and how everything goes. And that shows you that those are Allen key or hex, whatever. And same thing with these. So you're gonna, like that right there, 14, 15, and 16. You'll take one of these with a washer, but before you put the washer on, you have to throw on these little locking washers here. So it'll go the locking nut washer and then the other washer, and you'll screw them fast. So what I'm doing, like I said, I'm just following all this. I'm not even really reading it. So that's what I'm doing. And I tightened the step bar down basically in a reverse order. So these are all tight. And then I'm going to go back, tighten the covers, and then I'll tighten the brackets themselves. All right, we are done with one. Oh, yeah, it's great. But we got everything snugged up and tightened on these. So I guess we're going to get in and see how it operates, even though I'm going to put a big old footprint on here. Seems to work pretty good, actually. It's pretty sturdy. Dirt! That's not good. So from this point, I can jump over to the other side, and hopefully that one will go in 1/4 of the time. So, just gonna have to go through the brackets. I think it's an A and 2 Bs, and basically the same hardware, 1/2 inch, bigger nuts, and which would be the studs here. These, to get nuts on there. Those are actually 5/8 deep well. And then a 10 mil for to tighten your covers on there. And also a 10 mil for the bracket that goes through the rocker. And that is a huge pain in the ass. Huge. So I'll get the other side ready to roll and get that one mounted. I can't believe I just got that dirty. That is unbelievable. So I'll get the other side mounted and hopefully it goes quicker. Critical error, very critical error. I don't know if this was poor directions or me not following the directions because they sucked. But basically, these nut certs right here, you're not supposed to use two, which makes sense. You know, I was totally oblivious to that, didn't even take notice. This right here, it goes at an angle and you run your other bolt through this side. I was putting nut certs in and not putting anything in the bottom here. So I'm gonna be one of these short. So either I am gonna try and find a nut, which is gonna be a huge pain in the ass. Gotta try and find a nut for one of them bolts that go through the back bracket back there. Or, because there's no way I'm getting the nut certs out. They crush and they lock themselves in this. There's no way you're getting it back out and it's not gonna be any good. So I'm gonna have to mechanize something, or I'm just gonna have to use two bolts back there. So that sucks. Don't make that same mistake. You live and you learn. Oh well. So the brackets are mounted on this side along with the covers. And I wasn't able to get a bolt in through this side underneath here. So you got 1 and 2. That's all it's gonna have instead of 3 like the rest of them. But once everything is leveled out and on there, it can twist right now, but once it's tightened up and the bar's sitting on it and leveled, it's literally not gonna go anywhere. So I'm not even worried about it. It is what it is. That's what happens when you try and do it without following the instructions, which most of us men do. We don't want to read the instructions. And in my case, these instructions just sucked. They purely just sucked. They were poorly written and everything else, so whatever. And maybe I just tried skimming through it, so whatever. Maybe it's my fault, but either way, we're getting them mounted. So now I can proceed to throw the bars on there, get everything tightened, reverse order again, tighten everything down, and then we will be done. All right, we are officially done. And that took a lot longer than it should have. Took a lot longer than I anticipated, but oh well, it is finally done. And something is weird with that. So apparently that's in the wrong holes for the cover there. The other two are good. So I'll have to go back and finish that. But yeah, they're on there. And it's a little hard to tell in the shop here, but looking at it, it really all doesn't look that bad. So I think I'm gonna like it. It might have to grow on me a little bit, but they yeah, they weren't too bad. So that's gonna do it. I couldn't get a little bit more in depth with everything, but it was kind of hard to be under the truck like that and doing everything. So you get the gist of things though. It wasn't too bad of an install. Could have been better directions, could have been, I don't know. We'll see. But overall, they look pretty decent. I love the black gloss finish on them though. Definitely a huge fan of that. We're trying to keep everything dark. I don't want to go with chrome. I would have hated seeing chrome there. Some of you guys would have liked it. Probably would have matched the Cummins logo and the door handles, but we're trying to eliminate the chrome, not add more. So you get the gist of things, and we got all this chrome up here yet for now. So definitely stay tuned for the future videos that are going to be coming out on this. So hope you guys enjoyed tonight's video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up, share the video, whatever. I don't care. Leave a comments below, and Anything you want to see? Do you like the step bars? Do you not like them? Whatever. Let it in the comment section below. As always, subscribe. Have a great day.